Hello, people. It's me, Josephine here. It's been a very, very long time since I've last done any video. Um, Today's video is basically an update about what went through in my life and where I am now. I think my last video was last year, somewhere last year in August, and I promised myself to do more video during that time, and of course again I didn't because um, mentally I was just messed up basically. um, a lot of things happened during that time. Oh well, nothing bad actually happened to me during that time in 2025, but mentally I just wasn't in a good state. So I stopped sharing stuff, like it was a downhill, and it took me a long time. I actually went for what happened was I actually went for a trip in Turkey, and after I came back from Turkey, I realized um I wasn't living the life that I wanted to live. I realized that I wasn't happy all this while. I was faking it. I was like, being a coach, training people, and pretending to be happy every day. But inside, I was dying. I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. So it was quite difficult time for me. And at the same time, also, I think the biggest hit for me was also realizing that um, bodybuilding or competitive bodybuilding is no longer part of me. Um, I know some of you follow me in this channel because of my bodybuilding um, experience and sharing and all that stuff. Um, but I decided that you know that no longer gives me happiness. But it doesn't mean that I stopped doing bodybuilding. I still train in the gym all the time. I'm still quite consistent with my training and stuff. I still try my best to eat healthy, but it just I realized that competing wasn't what I actually want in my life. Um, I still you know um, very grateful for whatever that I've achieved. That's why in my house here at the back you can still see my pro card. My trophies are all still there. Because it's part of my journey. It's part of who I am. Nobody can take away who Josephine is. I will always be me. This is part of my journey. So yeah, now it's basically August, and so I stopped competing for uh, more than 1 year already, 1.5 years, almost. Uh, and the reason I made this decision was I really took the time to look into myself about what actually makes me happy. And I realized the happiest time I had was when I was in my mid 20s, before I started competing professionally. Before I turned pro, I used to be a very happy person. I go out, have my life, even though I was single during that time, and I was really enjoying my life. But after that, after I got my pro card, um, I feel like I needed to do something to prove to people that I am good enough, or like I've achieved something, I have a responsibility. That was basically my first thought when I got my pro card. It's like, okay, now the first thought that came into my mind was not how proud I am that I have worked so hard to get this, but in fact it was immediately was a thought of, okay, now I have the pro card and I'm representing Malaysia. How am I supposed to make my people proud? And I use this same motive push myself throughout the years. I've been a pro for 8 years. I got my pro card since 2018, and I realized that it just didn't work for me. And what I wanted, how I started bodybuilding journey has always been the goal of helping people, um, helping people to live a healthier life. That is always been what I wanted to achieve. So by me competing, yes, I have fun. The journey was great. I have no complaint about it, but um, I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. I don't know what I was doing. Um, like by competing, I have like for those of you who know, I have zero sponsors. I basically sponsor myself for everything. Um, I have to go travel overseas for all my competition. Um, so I spend a lot of money, and at the end, um, I don't even get that much of clients. Um, my clients are mainly um, housewife or elderly who really needed my attention. They're not competition prep athletes or whatsoever. And so I reflected back on why I couldn't attract those bodybuilders, because I realized that I'm not an aggressive person. Um, in fact, I am a very nurturing person. I, went on the like crazy mode of studying my own self. I study astrology and all different type of things to know more about myself. And I finally realized and accepted the fact that I'm actually a very nurturing person, even though from the outside people look at me like, I'm strong, I'm a very powerful woman. But inside of me, actually, I am a very soft person. Um, I care about people. I like that approach of training clients. Um, yeah, very different from like the bodybuilding that requires the aggressiveness and competitiveness. I just do not have that in me. So yeah, then since the beginning of this year, I've made the decision to um put my focus elsewhere, focusing on my mental health and studying myself so much. And I realized that previously I've been putting a lot of content on social media about mindset and the mental health part as well. And I suddenly just have an epiphany and say that this is who I am. I am not a weight loss coach. I'm not a fitness coach. Instead, I am a transformation coach that transform people from the inside out. So that's basically what I am doing now, trying to explore on how I can help people by changing their mindset. Because once your mindset is correct, then you can have a better health, better fitness level. So I think in the future in this channel, also I will talk about a lot more about content like this. Um, I don't know. I still do not know what I'm going to do in the future yet in terms of my YouTube channel, but I think it's just a long form content of me talking about um, my journey, myself, and tips. Probably I'll cover everything, even like relationship and all that stuff, because another thing is um, relationship have played a very significant role in my 2026 as well. The lacking, no, I wouldn't say that. Anyhow, let's just tell everybody the story, right? That um in short is I broke up with my long-term boyfriend of 7.5 years. It was nothing, no bad blood or some anything. I made the decision that this is no longer working for the both of us, um, because mentally it's just not doing me any good in the relationship. We still have a very good friendship until today, so there was no bad blood at all whatsoever. So yeah, and of course I went out for some dates, like we're meeting with like different men and exploring the dating life as well. So anyhow, I'm not going to talk much about relationship today because today just a little bit of updates. So yeah, basically this is where I'm heading right now. um as usual, I always say I hope I can be more consistent in my YouTube channel, and now I guess I kind of find the rhythm already. I'm posting a lot more on my, even on my Instagram. um so if you want to check out more about my daily shorter form content, you can always check out, follow my Instagram. The link is down below. um I've already started my taking intakes for my online transformation program. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, this is the most important thing, right? That um my new branding is called Triconic Body. Okay, so why is it called Triconic Body? Basically, it comes from the words tri, which means the mind, body, and soul. And to become iconic, you need these three. And with, if you are able to create this nice balance of mind, body, and soul, then you will be able to achieve everything that you want. So in my coaching, we'll do I do mainly about fitness coaching, of course, the transformation part, right? That is my forte. But I'm also starting to coach people in terms of like mindset and life coaching as well. So if you are interested, I'm going to put down my email address below, and you can send me an email. And I'm also going to put down a link for my Triconic Body program to, if you are interested to apply for the Triconic method. So I'm not just going in the Triconic program. Basically, I'm not going to only give you a program, but instead, this is an inside out transformation. Because the reason why I created this was, I don't just want to help like athletes to become better. Like, it's easy. You already have that discipline and whatever, right? You just need somebody who knows how to tweak things, and you just need accountability. But this program is targeted to help people who have difficulties finding their own discipline. Like, everybody knows eating junk food is bad. I don't have to tell you a million times. But the reason that you're not doing it is because you do not believe that you have the ability to do that, to remove the junk food from your life. And you do not believe that you can be a healthy person, healthier person. So we're going to, in the program, we're going to try to break all this mindset. So without all this, we will set a new mindset for you. With the new mindset, then it's very automatically you want to have a better life for yourself. So basically, that's how the Triconic method works. Yeah, so I guess that's all for today's update. I'll keep more content for the future. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I really, really, really need some motivation here to do more videos for all of you. Alright, bye bye.